Hi! Little fun fact about this video. I recorded literally like 20 minutes of this video and then my camera like stopped for some weird unexplainable reason, and then watching it back the whole time I was just like I couldn't talk at all because someone didn't script the video when she knew she needed to script the video. Also editing now, and I'm realizing this is going to be really long, and I apologize for that. So, anyways, enjoy! Hi, Katie here. First order of business, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who's like subscribed and commented on all of these Jaw Journey videos. I think I have 19 subscribers right now. That is more than I can count on two hands. Oh my god. I know that's like nothing compared to literally every other YouTuber on here, but it means so much to me. Thank you. I never thought I would get an audience on these videos. I just make them to, you know, educate people about double jaw surgery, to raise awareness about it, and you know, when in the future, when I'm all done with this process, just to look back and see like, oh, that's how I was surviving. But yeah, thank you so much, and if you want to support this channel, feel free to subscribe or leave a like on this video, you know the deal. Anyways, this video is keeping up the promise I had made last video. There's gonna be a whole detailed summary of my recovery from double jaw surgery. Today I am 4 months post-op. Wait. 4 months post-op. There we go, I can count. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through all the little details, probably like week by week. Keep in mind, like, everyone goes through recovery differently, but you know, I just want to share my story so that maybe you can get like another perspective on this. So without further ado, here it is. Coffee makes everything better in vlogging. Okay, so just to give you like a little itty bitty detail about like pre-op, you're not supposed to have like any food or drink before going into the surgery, and my surgery was really early in the morning. So from the lack of fatigue, no food, and just like my general nervousness, I was a shaky mess. My stomach was turning and turning. I tried listening to the Hamilton mixtape to calm myself down, but it did not work. Pre-op was mostly just like waiting, filling out paperwork, putting on the hospital gown. I think I did a blood test beforehand, and then once I was ready, I met my anesthesiologist, and what they did for me before the surgery, you could either get the anesthesia like before you went into the room where they would do the procedure, or you could get it in the room where they do the procedure. I chose to do it when I got to the room just because like I am terrified of anesthesia. My anesthesiologist was really nice. They were really good at like calming me down, and I was just so tired anyways that like when he put the patches on my forearm and on my stomach, I was ready to go to sleep. I mean, even though I was really nervous, I was just so ready to get this over with. I mean, I'd been waiting 2 years for this procedure. I was so ready. But anyways, 5 hours later, I woke up and obviously my face was huge and swollen and super numb. I had chipmunk cheeks and duck Angelina Jolie lips. I could mumble, but I couldn't really talk, obviously because they put like rubber bands in my mouth to keep my jaw shut. For talking, I used a dry erase board, and I kind of found it a lot easier than just using like a standard notepad, just because you can like wipe away everything once you're done talking, and you know, you don't have to worry about the pen running out of ink or running out of paper. When I woke up, I didn't really have any pain because I was just really numb, so I couldn't feel anything at first. There was a waterfall of drool coming out of my mouth. Just a note, the first couple weeks of recovery from the surgery, you're gonna have just like Niagara Falls of drool, and there's gonna be nothing you're gonna be able to do to stop it. I also like threw up a little bit of blood when I woke up. I was really lucky and I only threw up blood once. You're most likely gonna throw up blood right after the procedure, just because when they're doing the procedure, like the blood from your mouth, it goes down your throat and it gets in your stomach, and that can be toxic for the body. So when you wake up, the body wants to get rid of that toxicity, so it throws it back up. It sounds really disgusting, but trust me, you're gonna want to throw up that blood after the surgery, just because like it's really nauseating, and it just feels good to get all that gunk just out of your stomach. As for being fed, I was fed through like a little syringe thingy, only without the scary needle. My surgeon had the brilliant idea of attaching like a tube to it so that way I could just sort of like suck through the tube. I couldn't really suck through any straws. Yeah, I mean, sucking was kind of hard, but you know, with the pressure from the little syringe, you know, it was easy to get it in my mouth. The first day, all I really had was just like water, applesauce, and I believe broth. I didn't really eat much the first day. I was just really tired and I just wanted to go to sleep. I had a really terrible night the first night in the hospital because my nose got so clogged up with dried blood. Also, I was just kind of choking on my own spit and, you know, my sinuses were going crazy, so it was really, really hard to breathe. They had to put breathing tubes in my nose. It also wasn't good because the hospital forgot to give me the nasal spray that I needed, and I also didn't have some of the steroids that they needed. There were like complications in the hospital or something, but it was just really, really annoying. Fortunately, my surgeon was really good at taking care of me, and when I had my first pre-op appointment with him, you know those like little tubes that when you're in the dentist and they're trying to get all the spit out of your mouth, those like sucky tubes? Yeah, he took one of those and he put one of them in my nose and it just got like all the dried blood out. It was so good. He also took out one of the rubber bands in my mouth, which later on made it a lot easier to eat and drink. I said it in my first video, I was just really lucky with that. I know not everyone gets their rubber bands, or at least one of the rubber bands, taken out like on the second day. He just felt it was okay. Also, the second day I found a way to put myself to sleep through ibuprofen and nasal spray. When you're going through this recovery, Percocet is going to be like your best friend at night. I would use Percocet to put myself to sleep, and let me tell you, it was just great at knocking me out, because at night that was when my nerves would just like start burning and firing all over my chin and lower jaw, and you know, like it was really hard to sleep unless I had that Percocet in my body. And I believe day 3 was my peak day of swelling. That was the day I finally went home, and recovery at home was a lot easier than recovery in the hospital. So my first week post-op at home, like I said, recovery was just a lot easier. You rest a lot better at home. My swelling went down tremendously that week. I had a face mask, like an ice pack face mask. I believe it was a TheraPearl face mask. Because it was just all over my face, it really helped the swelling go down. I wore it whenever I could. I have really sensitive sinuses, so it kind of sucked because I had a lot of headaches, I had a lot of dizziness, I was very congested all the time. My eyes would burn a lot. I think just from the stress of surgery and, you know, getting used to the swelling going down. But, you know, I was fine. I survived on milkshakes and Gatorade, seriously. I didn't have the syringe with me, obviously, so my mom just kind of fed me with a spoon until I was strong enough to sip through a straw. Believe it or not, sipping through a straw takes a lot more of your lips than you think it does. Showering was okay. It was sort of like felt like a flush after I had showered because it drained me out a lot. Like, it was good at getting rid of all the congestion in my nose, but it would make me really, really tired, and my skin just felt so dry and heavy afterwards, so I would usually just fall right asleep afterwards. I was lucky enough not to get too much bruising. I mostly just got bruising like right around my lips, but I didn't really get any bruising on my neck or my face or anything, or at least not any bruising that was super noticeable. From the stress of surgery though, I did notice that my skin, which is usually like super oily, it got really dry and flaky. Usually I would just use Nivea cream at night to help get rid of all the dry skin that was accumulating on my face. I also had to rinse out my mouth with this like salt water rinse that my surgeon had provided me with. It really like wasn't that bad. It was really good at getting all the extra blood and stuff out of my mouth. And I would just take like a little baby toothbrush and I would dip it into a plastic cup filled with water and the salt, and then I just use it to brush my teeth, and it was just a really good way of getting all that gook and stuff out of my mouth. Again, my pain really wasn't that bad the first week. Like, sometimes I'd get pain in my chin, but again, because I was so numb, like I really didn't have any pain that week. I would just use painkillers at night to fall asleep because, again, that was when my nerves would start to go wild and come back to life. And I didn't take a Percocet at night. It almost felt like my nerves in my chin were just burning. So yeah, again, I cannot recommend enough. Take your painkillers at night. You will need them to fall asleep. And yeah, you know, it was a pretty good first week. I survived, so you can survive too.